Right now that I'm live now. Do 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 do. Yeah yeah yeah. What's going on, guys? This is we're getting back into the flow of the live streams. We are now live watching the top 10 deadliest animals of all time. This is a smooth Sunday night jam for y'all. We're gonna be taking a nice, slow, easy ride into the sunset. So kick your feet up and relax to the smooth sound of Andre's voice. Julia, can you tell me how this audio sounds? So then I could play this video right quick and see if it sounds okay. I'm probably gonna leave my mic right there. How's it sound? Is there any static in there? Or no? You said no? All right, let's see how this video sounds on here. Top 10 deadliest animals. Let's just start with the top 10 deadliest animals in America. Deadliest animals you are glad to be extinct. 28 minutes. Do you think, look at this. There's no way this is real. Terrifying sea creatures. They be showing some crazy junk, and then they don't even actually show that. All right, let me just click the video. I just want to What? You can't hear that? I don't know why that's not picking up. Are you what? You on my phone? Let me see this. That makes no sense. I don't understand that. Like, why does it not pick up on that audio? The thing is, though, if the TV was playing and it gets your audio, it gets when you're talking too. I don't get that. Maybe, bro, I'm gonna need to like figure this out tonight. You want to try help me with this, Julia? I need to figure out how to get this sound in here. Audio. Maybe take that off. This is often used for. All right, let's see. Let's see something. Alright. We're back. Right now. Oh my god. Alright, so you can hear me talking, right? Alright, let me see if I play this.
Humans, but we will not be including humans on this list. Are there any dangerous critters we forgot to mention? Let us know in the comments below.
You can hear it now?
Yeah.
Number 20, killer whale. Also known as orcas or the wolves of the sea, killer whales
How's it sound?
have a killer in their name. These
Thank the Lord. I don't know what the issue was. I think it was just automatically canceling the audio because it had automatic cancellation on, so maybe it just thought that was background noise.
highly intelligent apex predators hunt a variety of prey, ranging from fish and seals to even sharks.
All right, so how's this sound? Can you like still kind of hear the video with me talking?
While there have been some incidents between wild killer whales and people,
Hey, there we go.
yet to be reported. However, it's a different story for killer whales in captivity. Since the late 1960s,
All right, let me try and
dozens of incidents.
Oh, so you can hear the video, but it's not playing.
These have resulted in injuries.
I didn't even share my
and
screen.
fatalities, generating lots of discussion surrounding the controversy.
All right, so how's that look in sound?
Ladies and gentlemen, the next few behaviors you're going to be seeing, you can only see right here at SeaWorld.
They're talking about Shamu is one of the most dangerous killer whales.
Was involved in the deaths of 3 people.
Yeah, they're talking about killer whales.
His trainers. Number 19, Deathstalker scorpion. This little guy is one of the reasons scorpions have such a bad rap, as it's responsible for 3/4 of scorpion-related deaths annually.
Is that correct or no?
And the elderly especially at risk. The third most venomous scorpion in the world.
I can't see myself though, that's the only thing.
Extremely potent.
Are there comments? Oh, wait.
Actually resistant.
Adoy, this is why
The adults won't
I was happy you had an iPad, because I could have the iPad up side by side with
It's
my
found
screen.
primarily throughout North Africa and the Middle East.
I could use another laptop too, but
watch
the
out.
iPad's,
Number 18, cassowary.
yeah.
If you're looking for proof that birds
The
are related
cassowary?
to dinosaurs, look no further than the cassowary.
How are they gonna say cassowary?
Legs and dagger-like claws. The cassowary can deliver a kick that will break bones and slice through flesh. While these large birds are cautious around humans, more than 100 instances of people being attacked by cassowaries have been reported, most of which involved food. Thankfully, fatalities are rare. Though it's possible for the cassowary to be partially domesticated, owning one can still be dangerous. In April 2019, a Florida man was killed by a cassowary he raised when it fatally injured him after he fell down.
We believe he went in there to recover that egg, and then at some point the bird was able to make its attack.
The cassowary's potential for harm has earned it the title of the world's most dangerous bird. Number 17, pufferfish. While not the biggest or most ferocious entry on our list, the pufferfish is nevertheless extremely dangerous. If inflating its body doesn't discourage predators, then its high levels of toxicity sure do.
Just hoping it doesn't move suddenly. But I can see very clearly now those mouth parts.
Pufferfish possess tetrodotoxin, which is over 1,000 times more lethal than cyanide. A single pufferfish has enough tetrodotoxin to kill 30 adult humans.
Pufferfish. We got 2 heads in here. Who's up in here? Me, myself, and I.
In Japan, pufferfish known as fugu are considered a delicacy, but only licensed
We're just looking
chefs
at
are allowed to
pufferfish
prepare
right
it.
now, guys.
Even the slightest
We're gonna wait till
mistake-
some more heads pop in here to actually get into the real video.
In 1958, the number
I'm really
of people
just
who
now
died
really
from
signed up my setup,
food
guys.
poisoning
Like,
at 176,
this took me a minute.
but has decreased over time, with about 20 fatalities being reported in Japan since the turn of the 21st century.
I did.
Concentrate.
To this day,
What happened?
no known antidote exists. Number 16.
No, it's on my little Jibby one too.
When you think of the most dangerous animals in Africa, the Cape buffalo may not be your first or even fifth thought. They're responsible for hundreds of deaths every year, however, and eagerly go after jeeps and trucks, overturning them with ease. They're sometimes referred to as the Black Death, and have been known to fight off crocodiles and lions. Their ability to run at 40 miles an hour despite weighing 2,000 pounds makes them one of the most dangerous animals in not only Africa, but the entire world. Number 15, Japanese giant hornet. Afraid of bugs? Then these hornets are your worst nightmare.
One by one, they're picked off.
The largest of its kind on Earth, Japanese giant hornets are feared for their highly potent venom, which can kill a person if stung enough times. Even if the venom doesn't kill right away, those unfortunate enough to be stung by one are forced to endure intense, searing pain. On average, these insects kill an estimated 10 to 50 people a
Killer
year in
bees,
Japan,
really?
and injure
These are the wackest animals of all
To
time.
eradicate it now while the population is presumably small.
Recently spotted in the United States,
What's
this
up?
invasive species poses a significant threat to honeybee populations and the larger ecosystem. With such a terrifying reputation, it's no wonder they were given the nickname murder hornets. Number 14, grizzly bear. Weighing between 400 to 800 pounds on average, the grizzly bear is a force to be feared.
Grizzly bears,
They may not
those are
actively
pretty
hunt
ass.
humans. Urban expansion into their
Who get killed by a
territory has
grizzly
made
bear?
grizzlies more dangerous, as they come to associate humans with food. While rare, attacks from grizzlies are often fatal. Mother grizzlies are especially dangerous,
Oh my
as they are
goodness,
more
my
likely
dogs
to
are just
attack
on
if they
edge
feel
right
their
now.
cubs are threatened. Along with their enhanced sense of smell and powerful claws, grizzlies can easily outrun humans and have a bite force strong enough to crush bowling balls.
And there was no time to even turn to spray. There was no time to get to my pistol. It was like I just turned like this and she pretty much knocked me to the ground.
When heading out to grizzly country, knowing how to navigate an encounter with one
Hey,
could
John,
mean the
like, what the
difference
hell?
between life and death.
Just like pull it back in, and I'm just trying to keep everything protected. And it was kind of like a sledgehammer with teeth.
Number 13,
That'd be
Brazilian
scary as
wandering
hell getting
spider.
attacked by a grizzly bear.
Like most spiders, this creepy crawly does not make its home in a web or
What type of
lair.
spider?
Rather, it lives a nomadic lifestyle,
What? How is it
hunting
going
and
faster?
ambushing its prey. This makes the Brazilian wandering spider even more dangerous, as it often wanders into human settlements. Known for hiding in dark places such
Wow.
as boots and
That works.
shoes, these spiders thus bite people in self-defense.
Afterwards, it can result in a total destruction of someone's sex life for the rest of their life.
While its venom
Yikes.
can be treated with antivenom, it is still the most potent
Antivenom.
poison of any spider. It
What's the
directly
name? I didn't even
targets the
see the
nervous
name of that
system,
spider.
which can potentially be fatal, making it extremely dangerous.
I
Especially
got a new
for
video
children.
dropping tonight. My workout day 10 vid.
Expect nothing less from a spider whose genus translates to murderous.
I
Number
don't know.
12.
No one's really in here right now,
elephant.
but
Elephants are one of the most
there's a couple guys that have been
creatures
tapping
on-
into the
but that doesn't make them
to the
any less
workout vids.
dangerous.
Thanks for tapping into the
They've been
workout
known to
vid,
become
guys.
Extremely aggressive without warning, making them one of the more
Elephants?
unpredictable animals on the planet. This is especially dangerous because they frequently come
Really?
into contact
Elephants?
with people through safaris and other ventures. It seems like at least once a year there's a story.
This is so whack. We need a new video. I wish I had people in here. I could ask them what they wanted to watch, but I think animals are like not even that crazy. I feel like I should change the name of this title. I would just do top 10 videos watch list. Why is that on here? Watching top 10 videos. Let's do that. I like that title more. Because deadly, I mean, like, we could watch different types of top 10 videos. It doesn't have to be deadliest animals. And you know, we're just chilling right now. Bum, 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 bum. What are we gonna watch? Top 10 what? Top 10. Who are the top 10 running backs? Who do we think? I always go back to sports. I feel like this is more a sports channel more than anything. Top 10 running backs. Who do we think is the number one running back? Who's the number one running back in the league right now? That's a good question. I feel like I don't even know. Derrick Henry definitely has to be up there, but top 15 running backs in NFL history.
I'm going to name the
Let's
top
see. Shout out to Barry
NFL history.
McCourtier.
All these guys.
Go sub to that guy.
So get your panties in a
for
bunch
dropping a great video.
Let's begin. Number 15, Earl Campbell.
He's got fit. Earl Campbell,
due to his incredible first 3 seasons.
He had one of the best careers of all time.
3 times.
Oh no, not Earl. I'm thinking of
including winning MVP.
Jim Brown already.
Campbell is also legendary for his physical and bruising style of play. This made him awesome to watch, but also shortened his career, as he only played 8 years, with his last 5 seasons alternating between merely good and completely forgettable. He also provided next to nothing as a receiver, although in the late 70s and early 80s, when he was at his best, that wasn't as important for a running back as it is today. When talking,
I'm just trying to get
right up there with any
my
number 14, Terrell Davis.
Whatchamacallit?
Speaking of performance, that's exactly Terrell Davis.
So I could actually look at what people are saying
in just
and keep this thing full screen for you guys.
1,000-yard mark as a rookie, then went on a 3-year tear from 1996 to 1998 that ranks among the best stretches any running back has ever had. He made 3 first-team
no one's even commenting in here, so
rushing twice. But his masterpiece was his 1998 season for over 2,000 yards, 21 rushing touchdowns, and 1 league MVP. Another feather in Davis's cap is that he's the best postseason running back of all time. In 8 playoff games, he averaged an astounding 142.5 yards per game.
Who was second?
Super Bowl MVP. Of course, despite all of this, it's
Adrian Peterson
due to his extremely short career and also the success other running backs had.
Who was
Mike
it?
Shanahan's zone blocking scheme once he left. Number 13, Edgerrin James.
Who's number 2? Oh, Terrell Davis. Shout out to Terrell Davis.
For his ACL. He was never quite the same level again afterwards, but he was still elite, racking up 2 more 1,500-yard seasons in 2004 and 2005 before leaving Indy to play in Arizona. He was a shell of himself in Arizona, but he still finished his amazing Hall of Fame career with over 12,000 yards rushing and 3,300 yards receiving. He certainly benefited from playing on a team with Peyton Manning in his prime, which is why he might not get as much respect in all-time discussions as he should. But Edge was a true complete back when he was at
Edgerrin James.
Number 12, Tony Dorsett. Dorsett is another.
Who are these randos?
Lost in the shuffle.
I'm saying randoms like
discussions. This could be for several reasons. The first being that he never
these
had
are like the best
running
backs of all time, and I just called this guy random.
He was never given as many carries consistently as some other all-time great running backs. And also, Emmitt Smith's success with Dallas has made Smith, not Dorsett, the running back people think about when they think of the Cowboys. Dorsett was just incredibly consistent.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the same thing.
To the tune of finishing with almost 13,000 rushing yards and over 16,000 yards from scrimmage. The only thing really holding him back from being higher on this list is his penchant for fumbling and the aforementioned lack of dominant seasons. Number 11, Thurman Thomas. Thurman Thomas has one of the most overlooked peak stretches of any running back ever. From 1989 to 1992, he led the league in yards from scrimmage every year. He was a true complete back, and what I like to refer to before Marshall Faulk. His versatility in pass catching out of the backfield was a major part of Buffalo's run of success in the early 90s with the infamous K-gun offense. Of course, we all know Buffalo lost 4 straight Super Bowls, but Thomas's performance in Super Bowl 25 would have gotten him Super Bowl MVP if not for Scott Norwood missing wide right. Thomas's efficiency fell off after year 5, which is why he's not hired. He was as good as any running back in the league for almost half a decade.
This past without live.
Number 10.
I mean, granted, they don't know what it's for, but
that's the definition of consistency. He ran for over 1,000 yards in each of his first 10 seasons, 4 times going over 1,400 yards, and 3 times scoring 12-plus touchdowns. Martin was unique.
Some good music going on here.
Actually came in his late 20s and early 30s, whereas most running backs
this is perfect.
Early to mid-20s. He led the league in rushing yards and was named first-team All-Pro at age 31. He was also a capable, albeit not elite, pass catcher out of the backfield. He was remarkably durable too, missing just 8 games in 11 seasons. Martin wasn't a particularly flashy runner, which is why he can get overlooked in these discussions, but his consistency combined combined with good longevity for a running back, requires him to be heavily considered as a top 10 running back ever, in my opinion. Number 9, O.J. Simpson. By far the classiest running back on this list, and there's not even a close second. O.J.'s post-football career has made it a requirement to put up the disclaimer that acknowledging his greatness as a football player does not mean one condones what he's done off the field. With that said, this massive piece of shit was unquestionably by far the classiest running back on this list, and there's not even a close second. O.J.'s post-football career has made it a requirement to put up the disclaimer that acknowledging his rushing touchdowns twice. He had his famous 2,000-yard season in 14 games in 1973 when he won MVP, but his 1975 season might have been even better, as he piled up more yards from scrimmage and more touchdowns. But all of this feels so hollow and meaningless now. Let's move on to other great running backs who haven't, never mind. I don't want to get sued. Number 8, Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith is not the best running back of all time, but he might have had the best career of any running back ever. He finished as the all-time rushing leader, the all-time rushing touchdown leader, 3 Super Bowls, a Super Bowl MVP, and a league MVP. He was named to 8 Pro Bowls and 4
I guess I'll be updating this tonight.
He led the league in rushing yards 4 times and rushing touchdowns 3 times. So why is he not ranked higher? Well, supporting cast matters. Smith was blessed with arguably the best offensive line in NFL history to run behind for most of his career. To be clear, I believe Emmitt had the ability to succeed in any situation, but he lucked out big time in this regard. He was nothing special as a receiver, and he wasn't a flashy runner, but he excelled at avoiding big hits, and his longevity at the position was special. Like a lot of other people, I just feel a couple other running backs could have done as well or better if put in his situation. Number 7, Adrian Peterson. Legendary child respecter Adrian Peterson is arguably the best pure runner of all time. He was an absolute
AP, there he is.
Due to his terrifying combination of size, strength, speed, and aggressive attitude.
Nasty. Had the ACL injury and then was able to come back and be a beast.
He ended up leading the league in rushing yards 3 times, rushing touchdowns twice, and making 4 first-team All-Pro nods. His crowning achievement, however, was in 2012 when he won league MVP, running for almost 2,100 yards for a Vikings team that had no quarterback. He was a real throwback to previous eras where the running back was the focus as opposed to the passing game. Peterson can match up to anybody when it comes to running, but he falls short in the other areas. He was never a good pass catcher, and despite his physical gifts, he was terrible in pass protection. He also dealt with fumbling issues most of his career. Because of those flaws, he'll have to settle for only the best running back of all time.
I would say, if he's fumbling, how is he even on the list?
Falk is arguably the best all-around running back of all time, and certainly has a great argument as the best receiving back ever.
Marshall Falk was a beast.
7,000 yards receiving,
on that Rams
36
team.
receiving touchdowns in his career. He finished his Hall of Fame career with over 19,000 yards from scrimmage. He made 7 Pro Bowls, 3 first-team All-Pros, and won MVP in 2000 while being a key piece of the greatest show.
There it is.
He won a Super Bowl in 1999 and led the league in yards per carry for 3 straight years from 1999 to 2001. Oh yeah, he also wasn't bad at, running the ball. He finished his career with over 12,000 rushing yards, and
we'll see how this goes, I guess.
Skill set would have translated to any era, and surprisingly enough, he managed to be one of the most exciting running backs ever, despite not being particularly athletic. Number 5, Eric Dickerson. Dickerson was kind of like the 1980s version of Adrian Peterson. He was unmatched as a pure runner, averaging an absurd 110 yards per game over his first 6 seasons, during which time he was named first-team All-Pro 5 times.
You go back, we'll hit the live stream again.
Times and rushing yards.
I guess I could also pull it up.
Dickerson's weaknesses were also similar to Peterson's. He wasn't much of a pass catcher or a blocker, and he fumbled a lot, but he was such a gifted runner you could forgive the flaws. He still owns the single-season rushing yards mark he set in 1984, but he fell off fast after turning 30. However, his first 5 years are arguably the most dominant 5-year stretch any running back has ever had this side of Jim Brown or O.J. Simpson. Plus, he gets bonus points for his goggles. God, moving on. Number 4, LaDainian Tomlinson. LT was hyped up as a complete back entering the NFL, and boy, did he live up to the label. Tomlinson did everything well. He was excellent in the open field. He was tough as nails in between.
LaDainian?
Unstoppable around the goal line.
I'm like going back and forth. I'm like, I just hear a name and I'm like, oh, that guy.
Pass protection.
I'm really just putting this video on for you guys to watch with me.
5 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pro teams.
That's why I'm like,
MVP in 2006.
I'm waiting to see when some people hop in here, like what they actually want to watch.
62 total touchdowns. He
also, this is a Sunday night, so I'm just like, who's really going to jump in here right now? But
Number 3,
for anyone that's in here,
without any context,
thanks.
Jim Brown is the best running back of all time.
Also, I need to, like I said, I need to get into the groove of making live stream content. So I guess this is what this is.
Rushing touchdowns 5 times and yards from scrimmage 6 times. He won 3 MVPs and was named first-team All-Pro 8 times. Simply put, no other running back has ever displayed this type of dominance. So why isn't he number 1? Well, for several reasons. There is a bit of a Wilt Chamberlain factor when it comes to Brown's stats. He was by far the best athlete of his time, and it's fair to wonder if he would have been as dominant in later eras. It's also worth noting that Once he retired his backup, Leroy Kelly stepped in and was immediately an All-Pro, pointing to how much support Brown had. Still, there's no denying he was a legendary caliber player. Number 2, Barry Sanders. By far the most exciting runner of all time. No running back has ever had more swagger with the ball in their hands than Barry Sanders, which is ironic considering his boring personality. Sanders was an elite running back from the moment he entered the NFL in 1989 to the moment he left it in 1998 at just the age of 30. He made the Pro Bowl every season of his career and 6 first-team All-Pros. His peak came in 1997 when he ran for over 2,000 yards and shared co-MVP with Brett Favre.
I don't even need to. What the hell?
Were at best average for most of his career. Sanders' biggest flaw was his tendency to try and turn every run into a touchdown.